Hi, this is Joe Skilton. Welcome back to the show here on Virtual Channel Network. You know, today I'm going to take a slightly different tact than we have in past episodes. So far we've been talking about magic and specifically different paths in magic that you can take. But today I'm going to talk about something a little more practical. Specifically, if you're planning a private party or you're having a corporate event that you're doing, how to hire the right type of entertainment for that event. Now, I'm an entertainer. I've been to a lot of parties, big company events, small private affairs. I've done just about everything. I've seen a lot of mistakes, and I've seen a lot of successes. So we're going to talk about a couple things you can do to ensure that your entertainment works out well. But first, I'm going to show you one of my favorite effects. This is a trick I've used to open up my shows, for many, many, many years now. And it's about a dollar bill. Specifically, it's also about origami. Now, I'm going to hold this bill by the tips of my fingers. I'll show you both sides. Whatever you do, don't blink. See, when most people do origami, they fold up a bill or a piece of paper, and they fold it into a bird or a hat, some type of object. Not me. See, try as I might, I've never really been able to get origami to look, normal. See, every time I do origami, I end up with a really big mess. We'll get to that in just a second. So, on to the conversation at hand. What we do when we're going to be planning a party and something like that. First off, if you're looking to hire entertainment for a party, my suggestion to you, talk to your friends. That's the best resource that you have. If you've got any friends who've thrown a party, maybe they've hired some entertainment in the past, and what you can do is talk to them, and they can direct you in a good direction. Maybe they've had a good experience with somebody. Maybe they've had a bad experience with somebody. It's good to know the name of that person so you know not to hire that particular performer. A second option that you have is to look for venues that hire entertainment. This could be a bar, a local club perhaps. If you were looking for a magician, you could go to the Magic Castle website, for instance. You'd see a list of performers that they might have performing within the next month or so. Pick up the phone, give a couple of them a call. Just because a performer is performing at a bar or a club, or if a magician is performing at a restaurant, doesn't mean they don't do private parties and other shows like that. So whether your party's a big party, a corporate event, or even a small family get-together, odds are you'll be able to find a performer who's willing to work it, who works in a popular venue throughout the Los Angeles or Southern California area. Now, your third option is, simultaneously your most powerful and your least favorite option as far as I'm concerned, and that is Google or Yahoo. You go on the web, you type in what you're looking for. In my instance, it would be a Los Angeles magician, and you'll try to find a performer that way. Now, you'll find a long list of websites for all of these performers, and it becomes very difficult. I get a lot of calls throughout the week, people who call me up who found my website online, and they've never hired a performer from before. They don't know really the questions to ask. They don't know the right situation that it should work, and they have no idea about pricing. Now, I can't speak to musicians, but I know as far as magic's concerned, pricing's across the board. You've got magicians who charge thousands of dollars, and you've got magicians who charge hundreds of dollars, and everything in between. So how do you know? How do you know what's a good deal? How do you know what's a good bargain and what would be good? Well, my advice to you, judge them by their website. We say don't judge a book by its cover, but I think you should in this case. Check out the website. Now, you're not looking for the most whiz-bang site, but look for a professionally put-together site. Ideally, if this is an acting troupe or perhaps a comedian, you should have some video up on that site of them performing for other people, and you can get some good audience reaction sites. And although I don't really think references are necessarily important, there should be at least some quotes from people that they've performed for in the past. You can read those, check those out. Narrow it down to about your three favorite. Don't bother calling more than that. Frankly, it'll just take a lot more of your time and it'll make it a harder decision than it needs to be. But find about 3 performers that you like, give them a call, and find out where they're at. In life, usually you get what you pay for. Not always, but much of the time you do. You wouldn't want to buy the very cheapest car or hire the absolute cheapest lawyer or doctor, so don't go for the cheapest guy. And any performer who tells you that they do everything, if a magician were to tell you they do kid shows and bar mitzvahs and corporate events and trade shows and hospitality suites and all sorts of other things, they're probably trying to sell you a bag of goods. Most performers are specialists. You've got bands who only specialize in weddings or large corporate entertainment. Me, I don't do kid shows. I love kids. I think they're great, but I don't entertain kids for a living. I specialize in adults. So everybody's got a specialty. Find out what theirs is and make sure it's a good fit for what you're doing. And that would be a little bit of advice I'd have for you when it comes to hiring some entertainment. Thank you very much. I'm Joe Skilton, and this is the Virtual Channel Network.